Welcome back to Age of Sweet Treats, part 3 of the cinnamon rolls. So what I am going to do now is make the icing for the cinnamon rolls. Let me grab my tools. So just a second. So I like to use powdered sugar for my icing, and I like to make it from scratch. So the two things I like to use for my lemon, yes, I like to use lemon for my icing. You can change it up any way that you prefer, but for me, I prefer lemon on my cinnamon rolls. So let me go ahead and grab my bowl that I am going to use. Okay. And so now, oops, let me put this somewhere where you guys can see. Let's move that back for now. Excuse me, I got hiccups. So I am going to add my not yet, my powdered sugar. You don't need a lot of powdered sugar, but enough to make at least a cup of icing, or how much you need. I like to eyeball it. Oh, this icing is fighting with me, I see. I don't want to dig my hand in here and take some out, but I see I'm going to have to do it that way. Which this should be actually good right here. So now, let me take this to the sink. Get that off my hands. Pull this up. So the debris that comes off can go into the sink instead of all over the counter like it's already is. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to make sure I clean everything up after I am finished. So let me go ahead and take care of that now. So my arms and hands. That way I can already be nice and clean and it won't be that much of a mess to clean. Alright, so that is taken care of. Oh dear. Oh wait, that's what it seems I forgot some of the flowers that was on the counter. Alright, so that should be good now. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm making icing for my cinnamon rolls. And the other ingredient that you want to use, you already have your powdered sugar right here. Cannot talk today. And And I'm going to add your drops here. Not to make it tart, but enough to give it flavor. You can use powdered sugar or any other type of sugar to make your icing. I'm gonna have to use a little bit more, but I'm gonna use a measuring cup to make sure I got enough. Let me see the flavor. That is good. Ooh. Poochie. Let me put that. Sometimes it will help if you add a little bit of water to soften it up a bit. And I'm going to do that. Because it's getting a little bit thick. Which you do want it thick, but you also want to make it sure it's creamy as well. So you want to make sure it's creamy like this right here when you're doing your sweets. When you're making your icing as well. When you're making your icing mostly. Let me. Give it a little bit more. It's okay if you add a little bit more powdered sugar sometimes, because sometimes you might actually need it. And you can also change the color of what icing you want to use. I'm just using this one for now because it's much quicker and simple. Plus, I don't usually make a different color for the cinnamon rolls with the icing, not unless it's like a holiday or something coming up, which I know St. Patty's Day is coming up. I might try to do something like that, but I am not sure at the moment. So, put a little bit like this. This is smidge. And now, once again, roll that down. I'll leave that out in case I need it, which I don't think I will. So here come the hiccups. All right. So now that's taken care of. Let me take this. Alright, let's get this mixed in very good. And then we'll start drizzling it over the cinnamon rolls. Alright, so you see how it's all getting mixed in together? Like so. So now what I'm going to do is pull the cinnamon rolls over towards me and begin to slowly drizzle it over. Let me get sure it's still thin. Yep. So there you go. Just so there we go. Alright. Alright. So here, can you guys just set, let me turn on the light. Alright. So here is the icing. It will harden on its own over the night. And if you can help it, you want to try to use as much as that powdered sugar that comes up on the side as you can. Alright, there we go. So now, alright. So now you might see it a little bit better with the light on. So here it is. Alright, so now I'm going to start adding the icing. Yes, I had them all on one plate so they all can get soaked in with one another. That way, if I miss any, they all will have soaked it in any way, shape, or form from one another. Some might find it a little bit more Alright, that one needs a little bit more on that. I might move them onto another plate. Yeah, I'm going to start moving them onto another plate. That way, it won't look so messy. Oh, come on now. Alrighty. So the ones that I have done, I go ahead and move them to the other plate. And that way I can see which ones need more icing and which ones do not. That one should be fine. This one as well. This one, yeah, that one would be good. So let me go ahead and move these over because they was all on the side. So the ones that are pushed up on the side, they can come over a little bit more and get more icing on them as well. That way I won't miss any of them. I'm trying not to use so much at once. Just trying to make sure they all get enough at the same time here. I'm not going to do them all at one at a time. I'm going to go over them all together. So that way they can all get, they cannot talk. They all will be setting about the same time. And once they move over to the other plate, they will be all nice and glazed. And I'm using the extra plate so that way if some of them don't get enough, I can put some more on them from the plate, from the other ones that did not get used. They didn't get enough. Which I believe all of them will more or less get a lot on them. Or maybe not. So let me go ahead and move this one here, and this one, since they all already have icing on them. Yeah. Yeah, move this one over here. That one there. And that one over this. Alright. So take that one off a little. Let that one drip. Or you keep some of it off. I know what I do. I do this. So that way the icing won't drip on the won't make much of a mess when I take them over. Alright. So that one is finished. Let me just figure out where I'm going to place it. I'm going to place this one right about here. And now the dripping of this off. And place that right about there. And now, oh, just a sec, let me put this here. Let me clean up my area, and then I'll show you the finished product. So clean that up a little bit. Make it a little bit more presentable. Alrighty. And now, here is the final results of my cinnamon rolls. So they're very tasty cold or room temperature, and then the other way is having them warming them up in the microwave with some ice cream. Thank you again for watching Age of Sweet Treats.